Triple M Grill Team.
An inmate on death row in Oklahoma is dead, but it took a long time to kill him. A prison inmate has been put to death in the US state of Oklahoma, despite the authorities botching the injections. When you get injected in Oklahoma, which is how they kill their inmates, there's 3 injections. One to make you unconscious, a second one to put you completely gonski, and the last one just shuts you completely down.
And what was this bloke in for?
He was in for rape and murder. A bad
And it
cat.
took a while to kill him off, huh?
Yeah, Clayton Lockett his name is.
I think a lot of people would be saying good riddance.
Just like in the movies, he was there sitting in his chair. He had the injection. After about 10 minutes, he just went to sleep. Then they came and gave him the other injection. After the second injection, it's meant to be all over. The third one is just sort of, basically the field goal to absolutely kill him off.
They tried a new
The
drug.
family, well, you know what I mean. It's a final nail in the coffin. The people who were the victim's family were watching him. All of a sudden, after the second injection, he came to life again. Started gagging, started sort of shaking.
Is it funny?
There was a devil inside him, brother.
Well, the simple fact is, this bloke Clayton Lockett didn't deserve to have a good death, if you like. He'd done a horrible thing to other people. Eventually, they came on and they knocked him off, and he's dead. But people are starting to say, "Oh, that's inhumane. He shouldn't."
What did they do? Hit him over there with a hammer or something?
Well,
so what they did?
I can't believe people go and watch these things.
Well, I tell you, one woman who
I'd like to see someone, if they had hurt my family or one of my mates, I'd like to see him
gone.
Yep.
Well, Ziva Branstetter, she's the editor of Tulsa World. She was one of the 12 media witnesses to attend the botched execution on Tuesday at Oklahoma State Pen. And Ziva joins us right now. Hey, Ziva, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Hi, Ziva.
Ziva, were you on debut? Was that your first execution?
Oh, no, this is my 4th. And just a note, I'm not the editor of the Tulsa World Enterprise editor, so, I don't want my boss to be mad at me.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Ziva, tell us, what were your thoughts as you're sitting there watching this botched execution? Were you thinking to yourself, this poor guy, he doesn't deserve that? Or were you thinking, hey, good riddance?
Neither. I was thinking I'm going to write every single thing that I'm seeing down and make sure that I get an accurate account of what happened, since that's my job. Some of the younger reporters who had not witnessed an execution before were rather shaken afterwards. Honestly, I was just trying to hear what he was saying, because he mumbled. He rose completely up off the gurney a couple of times. It looked like he was trying to get up. This lasted for 3 minutes. So honestly, I wasn't really upset or thinking good riddance at all. I was just thinking, wow. I'm trying to get this down.
What were the family members doing?
The victims' family members are in a separate room behind us with the one-way glass. We can't see their reaction.
Okay.
The victims' mom and dad and aunt and uncle did witness the execution. There was a defense attorney for the inmate who was weeping during that violent reaction.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Now, Ziva, I've heard that in a prison when someone is being put to death, that it's a really intense atmosphere in the prison. The other prisoners just go crazy,
banging their windows and stuff. Yeah,
they do clang. I heard the clanging, and I have heard that in the past. However, they don't bang on their cells if they don't like the inmate. But there was a lot of racket for Clayton Lockett. Just banging on the doors is what they do.
Wow.
It's like a show of respect.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
For a rapist and murderer. He was a popular rapist.
Wow.
Well, among thieves.
Yeah, Ziva, I appreciate your time, Ziva. You've painted the picture beautifully.
Thanks, Ziva.
I'm happy to do it. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
Ziva Branstetter, thank you very much.
What do you think, MG?
Oh, it's not. I don't even know what's a story. You boys have touched upon the fact. This bloke's a convicted murderer and rapist. His victim suffered. Why shouldn't he?
I tell you what,
I don't give a. I wouldn't give a stuff.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah,
who cares?
It makes absolutely no impact on me that a person, might have been suffering a little bit more. I mean, you think about their victims, what they went through.
Big time.
1-333-533. Are you with us? Do you agree, or are you the other side of the argument? You say, hang on a second, he is a human being. He doesn't deserve that. And the other thing, I want to put it out there. 1-333-533. I mean, Ziva, man, she's pretty cold fish.
Yes.
She just sat there and watched it. Yeah. Have you been to an execution? Have you been somewhere in the world and seen an execution?
Wow.
And tell us what sort of emotions did you go through?
G'day, boys.
Hey, Ricky,
Rick.
what's your thoughts?
What are you thinking, Rick?
I totally disagree, mate. I mean, we have a law to say that murder is, against the law, and to have somebody killed because they've committed murder is hypocrisy, don't you think? It's barbaric.
Yeah, you know what? At the essence of it is, Rick. But I mean, you've got to think about the family members, and you've got to think about the person. I mean, do you think in any way, shape, or form an eye for an eye is right?
Not really, mate. I mean, I just don't get any of that. Murder's murder, whether you do it legally because some government says you can, or whether some bloke's walking around with a knife jumps out on you in the back of the corner.
But Rick, is it ready to get rid? Is it better to get rid of someone who, basically is the possibility of escaping from jail and doing it again, or I think there's just some people that just don't deserve to live.
Yeah, you're probably right, mate. But you just throw them in the bottom of a pit, throw away the key. Feed them, specks and grubs and whatever. Who gives a shit? But you can't kill them, mate. It's just not on.
I think they've lost all rights, Rick, to worry about that. And if they're really bad and 100% that they're guilty, kill them.
That's an opinion, and
absolutely,
we're all entitled to it.
It's not a bad idea. Rick said just to have a big pit and throw them all down there and just feed them grubs and.
Like in The Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises.
Exactly.
Wasn't that a good film?
Yeah.
It was great with Bane.
Yeah. Geez, I tell you what, couldn't he do push-ups, Christian Bale?
Let's go to Luke in North Gosford. G'day, Luke.
Hey, Lukey.
Grillas, how are you?
Good, brother.
What do you think?
Hi.
Oh, listen, I agree with you. You've got to look at it from the victim's family's perspective. I mean, if someone came and killed your wife and kids and raped them, Gus, would you like to sit there and watch them die?
100%. I'd love to see them die.
I would, definitely.
Yeah,
and you know what? I don't even know why they made this a news article. Who gives a shit about some bloke? Oh, who cares?
Yeah, we've given.
I thought it was a feel-good story, Luke. Anyway.
Thank you, Luke.
No, that's right. So, and what Rick just said. Eye for an eye, that's the Old Testament. In the New Testament, it talks about turn the other cheek. So, an eye for an eye was the law in the Old Testament. That was the law back then.
Yeah.
So, you killed someone, you were killed,
Hallelujah, brother.
That's just the way it worked back then.
Let's bring the Old Testament back.
Of a pit,
no.
If you throw them at the bottom of a pit, that's just as bad. They're going to bloody die if you're going to feed them bugger all and treat them like an animal.
Yeah. Now, good on you, Luke. Appreciate
the Old
that,
Testament
pal.
also says that prawns are evil.
Really? Prawns.
It's called scampi.
Let's go to Tony.
They are scavengers.
G'day, Tony. How are you, mate?
G'day, boys.
What do you think?
Look, with this bloke, he's supposed to have raped a young girl, shot her, and then buried her alive. If we're 100% sure, I've got no problem with it, off him. But since DNA testing come in, there's that many blokes over there that have been proved to be innocent and executed, and apparently it still goes on. So who wants to flick the switch there if you're really not sure the bloke did it or not?
You've got to be 100% sure, haven't you, Tony? It's almost got to be that they've got to come forward and actually say yes. Yeah, they've got to catch them and they've got to almost admit they're guilty. Well, I suppose in that case you say, righto, flick the switch. But if there's any doubt whatsoever, then let them suffer in jail.
Well, thank you very much for the calls. It's up on our Grill Team Sydney Facebook page as well. A lot of people on the Facebook page are against executions in principle. And then Pete says, well, I'm sure the victim didn't get to choose their final meal.
The Triple M Grill Team.